My nerdy dream is to build a small telescope that is as sharp as a multi-million-pound observatory. And thanks to my incredible supporters who donated £1,400 to replace my travel rig, there might be a way of making my dream become a reality.
1,400 big ones?
Thank you so much, everyone.
Let's replace that little scope and go to the Canaries.
Hold on a minute, Benny. I've been thinking, we could replace the tack.
And go to the Canaries.
Or, how about we build another travel scope
No.
that is so good it will match
No.
some of the biggest observatories in the world?
Oh, you're thinking about taking on Kit Peak again, aren't you?
Yeah, because Kit Peak's sharpness doesn't come from its multi-million-pound 4-metre wide optics.
I'm pretty sure it does, Rory.
No, the sharpness comes from its location. Kit Peak's special location means it sits under a nice steady atmosphere. In the UK, our atmosphere is really wobbly, and in fact, it wouldn't matter how big a telescope we had. That wobble would always make our shots more blurry than Kit Peak's. If we can build a really sharp telescope that is portable enough to take somewhere where the atmosphere is not wobbly, then I think we can match Kit Peak.
I'll believe it when I see it.
The best place to go would be the Canary Islands, because the flights are cheap, and with an atmospheric wobble of less than 1 arc second, the seeing is even better than up Kit Peak. So, how small a telescope can we get away with? Bear in mind, a few years ago, I used my £50, 50-year-old Red Devil telescope to very nearly match the sharpness of Kit Peak on the core of Galaxy M106. Now that surprised you, didn't it? And by happy coincidence, despite everyone thinking I was a plonker for accidentally chopping her up,
It was an antique telescope, wasn't it?
oh dear,
Sacrilege.
I was in fact genius, because now I can fit the Red Devil into a suitcase, hop on a plane to the Canaries, where the super calm atmosphere will help me kick Kit Peak's ass. The problem is that if we do that, the Red Devil can't take full advantage, because the Red Devil's hole is too small. Annoyingly, scopes that funnel the light through a thin hole suffer from another source of blurriness, which can cause even more blurring than the wobbly atmosphere. Small holes make your telescope blurry. Small hole in this water thingy that waters Mrs. Biscuit's plants fans the water out. The same thing happens with light. So this laser collimator, right, makes a nice little dot on the wall. But if I make the hole that the laser passes through smaller with this sticky tape and a little pin, now it's gone blurry. Small holes make light go blurry. It's called diffraction. Now this hole reduces blurriness of about 1 arc second. So if the seeing is less than 1 arc second, then I won't be able to take advantage of it, because the blurriness produced by having a relatively small hole is already 1 arc second, so I won't notice any difference. So there's no point in taking it anywhere where the seeing is better than 1 arc second. To reap the benefits of sub-arc second seeing, we need a telescope with a hole that is at least 8 inches fat. But, of course, a bigger telescope is less transportable. So for this mission to work, we need to somehow fit an 8-inch fat telescope into my suitcase. To find out if such a scope is even possible, I chanced my arm on a prototype. I worked on the tube, my father-in-law worked on the secondary mirror holder. How do you feel about being seen by 100,000 people in your... Is that a nightgown there?
It is my nightshirt. Yeah.
I thought they stopped using them in the 1800s.
They might have stopped using them, but that doesn't mean to say that I have to stop using them.
This botched together prototype is nothing more than a vessel for the telescope's most critical component. This mirror is made by Taiwanese company GSO. It's 300 quid and it's fast. The fastest mirror I've ever owned. And that means it'll bend the light a lot, which means our focus point is going to be about here, even on this really short tube. Annoyingly, we had to wait 6 weeks to test the mirror out.
If you'd have replaced the tack, we'd be on a beach now in the Canaries. Rory. Rory!
Fast mirrors like this one are notoriously difficult to make. Tiny inaccuracies in the figure can lead to quite large blurring effects of more than 1 arc second. So tonight's test from my mum's back garden in Devon is critical. If the mirror's good, then despite looking shoddy, this scope will rock. This, if it works, is the ultimate travel scope. I mean, not ultimate if you want to pack other stuff. But if you're insane like me, then this will fit in a suitcase. As I get close to focus, I notice the stars are a funny shape. This means the mirror has slipped out of alignment. The thing that holds the mirror is really old and really crappy. Even if this mirror is amazing, if it's not squared up almost perfectly with the camera's sensor, then the shot will be blurry. If you're thinking collimation looks like a bit of a pain, then I gotta tell you, with a fast scope like this, it is indeed a pain. Okay, it's midnight, but finally we're gonna be able to test out the scope. I can't wait to see what she does. This is the Sunflower Galaxy. She floats 27 million light years beyond the plough. The mirror is clearly powerful, but is it precise? Kit Peak's way sharper. Our shot is much blurrier than I thought it was gonna be. Collimation must have slipped, but I'm really excited.
Oh yeah? Why?
It's like we've got a massive V8 engine, right? But our steering wheel's loose, yeah? If we can control that power, this scope is gonna be absolutely killer. We're gonna have to point this mirror more accurately than any other mirror I've ever known. And for that we need a solid foundation, starting with a precisely cut tube. Bunny, this is the new and improved Newtonian cutting station.
This should be fun.
We have got an angle grinder. I've clamped it into this workbench. I'm using books and stuff
Seriously?
to get the height of the angle grinder just right, and then
It's a death trap.
I'm using the fact that the floor is flat, hopefully.
I reckon we should call HR now.
Ease the tube into the fast spinning disc.
Can I just say something,
And
Rory?
voila, we're going to
Rory.
have a beautifully cut tube.
Wait, Rory, don't do it.
Here we go! Oh, my ears. Bunny? Bunny? Despite Bunny ending up in the vets for a week, I did cut the tube straight. Hurrah! There we go. Next, I bought a second-hand primary mirror cell holder, which will point the mirror accurately at the camera. And to prevent the weight of the camera causing the focuser to flex, I bought a really strong focuser. That's the mechanics sorted, but I also want to get rid of an optical aberration called coma. How do you correct your coma? Brilliant astrophotographer Leofine recommended this coma corrector.
900 euros. Not sure what it is in quid.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouch.
It's almost as expensive as a whole Newtonian telescope.
900 euros, oh. And when I put it all together, I noticed something bad. The fancy coma corrector moved the point of focus away from the tube. And now the weight of the camera is causing even the extremely strong focuser to flex, making collimation impossible. Oh! Trying to build a portable telescope as sharp as Kit Peak was insanely ambitious. I should have listened to Bunny and replaced the tack. If I'd have done that, I'd have gone to the Canaries by now and I'd have shot a bunch of videos. Instead, another season of terrible UK weather has put my YouTube channel in the doghouse. I spent months pissing around with telescopes that don't work. Uh-oh. And worst of all, I've repaid my supporters' kindness by building an oversized paperweight, and now I've no delally left to fix the mess I've made. Wish I just bought a new one. Really do. My only hope of redemption,
Come on, little sheepy.
lies in South Wales. More precisely, this industrial estate just outside Bridgend.
Hello?
Cap Engineering make robots for big car manufacturers and precision equipment for the Royal Navy. The owner, a BISCUIT fan, offered to help me if I ever needed it. I hope he wasn't just being polite.
All right, mate. Rory.
Hi, Rory. Yes, Rory. Yes, Kerry. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Mate, this is the problem with my scope. Because it's quite short, and because I'm using a very fancy coma corrector, those two things push the camera a long, long way from my secondary mirror, and it makes everything bend, right? If Kerry is willing to fix this scope for free, then the nightmare will turn back into a dream.
To get the camera closer, the primary mirror needs to be further away. Yeah.
Primary mirror needs to go back, yes.
But we need to keep the length the same.
But I can't make it longer, because it won't fit in my suitcase.
Right. If we can make a new housing for the primary mirror, but we can make it so it's removable, what would happen is when you actually want to use it, you're going to take this new primary mirror in its module, put it onto the back, and just lock it on.
Wow. A detachable back end means the scope can be longer and still fit in a suitcase. But Kerry soon spots another problem.
I mean, this is only a possibly 2mm aluminium tube.
Potentially, this weak tube could also flex under the weight of the camera.
We can improve the rigidity of the tube by reinforcing it with some carbon fibre.
Reinforcing it with carbon fibre. I mean, that sounds awesome. How are you going to do that? Turns out, reinforcing your tube with carbon fibre isn't that hard. You need resin, resin hardener, and of course, carbon fibre cloth. On its own, carbon fibre is very bendy, but it can't be pulled apart.
See if you can break it.
Oh shit, yeah, no, it's gripping around my fingers. But when you mix loads of these bendy fibres with hardened resin, which on its own is very brittle, something magic happens.
All of a sudden, I can't bend it. Yeah.
Right, okay. No bending means no flexing. It's a brilliant and cheap solution. 2 months later, Kerry calls me back up. Today, I'm gonna get to see what he's done. Apparently, he's designed an extra bit. He's not a telescoper, so, he doesn't do astrophotography. Could be an absolute disaster.
Hello.
Hey, bud. How you doing?
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again. Yeah. Out of all the things that Kerry's worked on so far, the extra bit is the thing that blows me away. It's the secondary mirror holder. This could be a telescope revolution, doing it this way. Compared with traditional Newtonians, these thin wires should reduce the intensity of the spikes on stars. Also, because there's effectively 3 of them rather than 4, we should reduce the amount of light scattered by 25%. And best of all, by adjusting the tension in the wires, you get very accurate control of the secondary mirror. You can basically adjust the angle of this secondary holder by adjusting the wires at the back. What, you're going to have like screws or something like that?
Yeah, they'll have thumb screws on them, yeah.
Bloody hell, that sounds awesome. Jesus, I am going to have the absolute best Newtonian ever.
We hope.
We hope. Even so, it won't be no good if my YouTube channel's died before we can use it. So the next weather window, I'm back up in Wales to give Kerry the push along. It's Sunday. Tonight there's a few hours, maybe less, of clear skies. Kerry has agreed to come in to finish off the scope, and yeah, I'm late. Hey bud, how you doing? Good to see you. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
How's it going?
Scope's upstairs.
Shall I go and grab it?
Yeah.
The scope is ready to test, which means tonight we're going up the Welsh mountains. Brilliant news!
Something really bad has happened. The scope was in here, I picked it up. The scope fell out because the tube rings weren't secured and broke all the wires that are holding the secondary. Crap. Crap, 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 crap. Crap, now I better tell Kerry. Oh my God. Why me? Kerry,
Yeah.
something bad's happened.
Oh, yeah. Ah. Ah.
I'm sorry, I was just, no.
No, it's fine.
Is it fine? Are you not going to flip out a little bit?
I didn't do flipping out. We'll just fix it, that's all.
Kerry replaces the steel wires with guitar strings, which aren't as strong, but the fine control of the secondary mirror remains absolutely magic. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. I can't wait to try her out. This is the sound of the UK government's emergency alert system.
This is a test of emergency alerts. The new UK government said, oh God,
Yeah.
I thought we were about to have a nuclear attack.
Two hours before the sun sets and the weather window opens, I head up the valleys. To reduce the amount of atmospheric wobble, I want to get as high as I possibly can. According to Google Maps, the top of that giant cliff there is 2,000 feet above sea level, and I'm right next to it.
It is blooming gorgeous up here. One slight issue, I don't even know if I'm allowed on this track.
It's very likely that this is the last chance I've got to test this scope out for 3 months, because soon the summer sun is going to kill our astro darkness.
This could be the spot.
I'm very pleased none of these have broken. If Kerry's radical design allows me to point the mirrors to within 1/100,000th of a degree, and if the stiff tube and strong focuser hold collimation, and if the mirror turns out to be good, then we have the potential to match the sharpness of Kit Peak. This is a proof of concept test. If it is good, I will blooming have a telescope that's gonna fit in this suitcase, which I can then take around the world. It's gonna be epic. First test, how accurately can we line up these mirrors? All right, let's see, has she... It seems not very accurately. It's happened again.
Hey, Bert.
How you doing?
Good. Well, quite good. Whereabouts are you?
I'm sitting in the house. Just had some food.
Okay, well that's good.
Do you need anything, or are you...
One of the guitar springs is broke. Yeah.
If we don't test the scope tonight, it could delay the build by up to 3 months. And that could sound the death knell for my YouTube channel. At the same time, I can't imagine how annoying it must be for Kerry to come all the way up here.
Hello.
Rory, this is Daniel.
Daniel, nice to meet you.
If I fix this, it has to go in a video that I've driven all the way up to the middle of nowhere to fix your telescope for you. Kerry, yeah, I've broken it again.
Kerry's confident he can fix it, right up until the point he tightens the wrong guitar string.
Snapped as well now.
So we just need to find someone with a guitar then, yeah?
Oh, what am I doing with myself, eh?
Awesome. Well done, mate.
I don't actually know how he did fix it.
Yeah, test's still good. We're still on.
All I know is that the secondary mirror is now hanging on by a thread.
Don't breathe on it.
Thanks, Kerry. Right, let's make use of this 90-minute weather window. First thing, again, collimation, which is super easy. Good job, Kerry. Second thing, focus.
Definitely got a big problem now. We can't get focus.
Ah!
Yeah, the tube's just slightly too long.
The overlong tube means the mirror is too far away from the camera.
So I'm hoping that by loosening these bolts and tightening these ones, I might be able to push the mirror forward. Are we going to get anything like focus? No, we are not.
I can use the bolts to push the mirror 2 millimeters further up the tube.
I just got to take it to the max.
I hate to say it, but if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to ask Kerry to come back up the mountain.
Holy crap. Actually, managed to get it. Managed to get it in focus, I think.
The weather window is due to close any minute.
The polar line I've collimated.
I point the scope deep into space, start guiding, and for the next 60 seconds she catches her first photons.
I'm so pleased we're going. And, I mean, just look at the skies, right?
Am I imagining it? Or is the mountain giving out a ghostly pink glow?
Oh, Blemmin, look at this. It's gorgeous.
I can't believe my first glimpse of the Northern Lights is from South Wales.
And what I really love is that there's no one around at all. Just nobody. It's literally me on this whole mountain.
I know people who've spent thousands and gone to Iceland and not seen this.
I need to turn this light off so that I can really enjoy it.
Between the clouds, we managed to collect an hour's worth of data. It'd be rude not to give Kerry the results first, so you'll have to wait until morning to see how we did. Morning, folks. It started raining, so I have done an emergency pack-up. The car is an absolute mess. I better report back to Kerry.
Hi, bud. So, do you want the report?
Yeah, go on.
First, I was like, brilliant, this is great. That is Galaxy M106. And look at all these other galaxies. Oh, I think it's good. The amount of light coming through was brilliant.
This is the final image. It shows an amazing depth, considering we're shooting for less than an hour.
Then I had a closer look at the stars, and I noticed they were slightly misshapen.
It was the out of focus stars that revealed the astigmatism most clearly.
That's going to take some figuring out. I wonder if it's something to do with the mirror. There seemed to be some astigmatism, which is normally caused by the mirror being bent.
Often, you get triangular stars like these when the clips holding the primary mirror are pushing down too hard. But Kerry's deliberately designed retaining ring spreads the load.
We're not pinched, that mirror is 100% floating in the back.
Yeah.
So before my dream scope becomes a reality, we have a mystery to solve.
Okay, so we just got to figure out this mirror then.
In a sense, it's good because if we can get that step higher, the image is going to be even better than it is. So the scope has still got a notch to rise.
Next time,
But it was an antique telescope, wasn't it?
Oh dear, yeah.
I get the guy who hated the fact that I chopped up the Red Devil
Sacrilege.
to solve our mirror mystery. I hunt for an affordable, portable mount
Here it is.
that wobbles less than 1 arc second. And assuming the scope is amazing,
That's mad, isn't it?
hoping to get the cash to take it to the Canaries. But even I don't know if that one's happening yet. Talking about money, those of you who donated to this scope have had to wait ages for this video.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
To make up for it, if you gave more than 30 quid, we're inscribing your name onto the scope.
Look at that. If you want to get your name on here,
then you can donate £30 or more to the new Send This Scope to the Canaries fundraiser.
Details below.
If we don't hit the target in a month, then you'll get your money back.
Fingers crossed we get enough. But you know, we'll just leave it to the gods and you guys to decide.
Massive thanks to RICKTENSTEIN for the awesome tunes. He's dropped his second album, link below, and if you need someone to mix your film, why not get in touch? I'm about to drop the video, but I wanted to say in person, massive thank you to my patrons. I would absolutely be dead in the water without you. Patronage starts at £3 a month. Everyone can ask me questions, you get access to hidden channels on the Discord server, and a growing library of high quality tutorial videos. But most of all, you're really nice and you're helping me keep making videos. Did you know I'm affiliated with 4 astronomy stores? Each one has an affiliate link, which if you click on it, means that anything you buy from them in the next 7 days will earn me a commission. And that really helps the channel without costing you a thing. Another way of helping is by sharing this video on Facebook or Twitter. In fact, I've got a tweet you can retweet, link below. Massive thanks to the wonderful mods on my Discord server. I hope the community has enjoyed this latest video. And last but not least, Kerry, thank you for saving my ass. We will, of course, be seeing you again. Doodle plops.